Hello and welcome. This is Michelle with PaperStampInk. Thanks so much for stopping by. So my channel is all about paper crafting, whether it's cards, 3D projects, gift-giving items. I enjoy sharing my experiences with you and hope that they inspire you. So if you don't want to miss out on future video tutorials, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the bell notification so you get notified whenever I post something new. Today we're going to do a fun fold card, and so it's got this little fold out that opens up to reveal a sentiment behind it there. So I think this is just a lot of fun, this card, and it's using this adorable Back on Your Feet stamp set with this turtle, that giraffe. I love it. This is not good. I love a good pun. And that sloth is just adorable. So this is going to be a fairly quick and easy card. The coloring is what's going to take the longest. So let me go ahead and go over the pieces that you're going to need. So I have a card base. This is in Pear Pizzazz. It is 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. I have an inside white panel, and that is 4 by 5 1/4. I have our DSP layer, and this is also 4 by 5 1/4 to layer on the front. I have this piece of Pear Pizzazz that is the flap here, and so this is 4, right? Yep, 4 by 1 1/4 and scored at 1 1/2. And then these measurements can kind of be whatever works for you. So I've got some die cuts that I've already done with Whisper White and Pear Pizzazz. So you're going to need one piece for your focal image and a matting piece. That's kind of your choice, whatever one, whatever size you need based on your project. I then did cut a separate circle just to tidy up the back of that a little bit. I think it adds a nice little touch. And then for this one, you're going to need another circle for your sentiment and then a matting layer. So I used for mine here, I use the Stampin' blends to color, but you can use whatever you want to color. And then for my circles, I use the Layering Circles die set. And this is a great set. Whoops, sorry, don't mean to shake you guys there. Okay, sorry about that. So I use the Layering Circles die set, and this is a great die set. It's got the regular circles and then the scallop circles, and these are all just slightly larger. There's one slightly larger than the regular circles, so they make for nice matting layers. Of course, you can use punches. You could do if you don't have dies and you don't have punches, just do a simple square or a rectangle. It's up to you. You don't need to have all of this stuff, but boy, it sure is fun to have, isn't it? Let's be honest. So let's go ahead and set these aside, and I'm gonna do all my stamping at once. And I am using the garden green for all of my stamping. I didn't want to use black for the focal image because I just thought that might be a little too harsh. And I want to put this kind of down towards the bottom here so that I have enough room for my sentiment. And I'm thinking, yep, I'll go ahead and stick with this. Whoops. I want to make sure I stamp that the right way up, don't I? Got our little ouch. And then I'm going to bring in this one that's going to be hiding behind. Hope you're back on your feet soon. Thought that's so cute with the little turtle on his back. Get back up on your feet. And that's our stamping. So I used my Stampin' Right markers on the other one, the sample one, but I'm going to use my blends. So I just brought a variety of those in, and we're going to play with some colors on this. And I think that I'm going to try this dark sea foam for my turtle this time. Go a little bit lighter with him. And this is a fairly small image, so I don't know if I'm going to do much in the way of shading. I think I'm going to keep it fairly simple for this one. He's so cute. You don't need a whole lot, right? Does anybody else find coloring therapeutic? Give me a thumbs up if you enjoy just sitting down with some colors. Let's see, I think I'm going to bring in my dark Mossy Meadow. And I like that we have the nib tip as well as the fine tip. And I'm just going to bring that in to go around the shoulder pieces there. And let's go ahead and put a few of these stripes in. I'm just going to alternate colors. I don't know if this looks like any real turtle that exists out there, but that doesn't matter when we're doing stamping, right? As long as you enjoy it and you're having fun, because crafting should be fun, not stressful. Well, let's see, what do we got here? Let's do the light Granny Apple Green. I love this color. And I think I'm gonna put that on all the rest of these shell pieces here. This one, my favorite greens, I have to say. And then I'm going to go ahead and color in the rest of the edge of the shell with this color, and then bring that into the center here as well. It's a nice, bright, vibrant green. And I'm going to come down here and just color, ground this image a little bit better, so get a little bit more dimension there. And let's see, I think let's try some Old Olive. I'm going to go with the light. I've taken mine, these are so small on here, so I've taken mine and put labels on there, just a little tip for you to be able to identify my colors a little bit easier. Maybe you guys don't have that problem, but I'm at the point where now sometimes I need glasses. I don't need glasses for reading, so it's all about making life a little easier. There's nothing wrong with that, right? So that's the, whoops, don't forget this little square up here. It's our light Old Olive, and I think I might go in with, let me see if I can find my dark one here. I think I'm going to go in and add a little bit more color along the edges on this one. I just want to deepen that up to be a little bit more distinctive. So there we go. We've got that all ready. Now all we've got to do is glue. So I'm going to bring in my favorite liquid glue. We'll get all those out of the way. And let's go ahead and get these, the image and the sentiment, glued on the panels, and then we'll work on assembling the card portion. I love how these just layer. You get just that little bit of color poking out, and the scallops I think are a fun touch. They pretty much go with anything, in my opinion. They're going to work. So it's a very versatile set. It's good to have a few of those kinds of things, whether they're punches or die cuts in your craft room. It makes life so much easier. And I gotta tell you, I cannot cut a circle for anything with a pair of scissors. I always end up with a pointy nub. Anybody else get that? Drop me a comment below if you struggle with cutting a circle with scissors. No matter how much fussy cutting I've done, circles continue to be a little bit of a struggle for me. So, and I'm busy talking, and that's the great thing about liquid glue, is it gives us some little give. Okay, we need to get this puppy tucked in there. So this little piece is gonna just slide right in here, and I'm going to line it up with the edge of the card. There we go. So that I can close that, and that will fold over. There we go. And we're going to put this piece on the front. I thought all these great greens and leaves would be a good complement to our little turtle. And let's go ahead and let's get this piece on. Oh, no, I'm going to do this one first. A little bit easier to line them up. So I'm going to just put some glue on there so that I don't have to worry about getting it in the right spot on my circle. Line that up, and let's just hold that there for a couple of seconds to make sure it's got a nicely set. Doesn't take too long for this glue to set, but it does have that wiggle room, so which I love. And then you have this, I don't know, I just didn't think that looked super pretty or finished there, so sometimes it's the little details that can make a difference. So I just had this smaller circle, and we're just going to glue that on there, and I think that finishes that off nicely. What do you guys think? Necessary, unnecessary? Skip the step? That's the great thing about paper crafting, is we all have our personal preferences, and they're all good. You know, there's no wrong in card making. Well, I guess there's wrong if you, like, you know, are trying to do a fun fold maybe, and you mess up the measurements. Maybe speaking from experience on that, right? So I'm just making sure that that's going to be hidden by this panel. So it does help when you're doing this, whatever dies or punches you're utilizing, to make sure that this focal image is a bit larger than your other sentiment. And that's not wanting to sit down there super well for me. So you know what, let's come in here, and I'm gonna throw just a little bit of bling on there, and as I reinforce that fold, it's gonna also add just a tad bit of weight to help hold that down. Again, I'm doing my threes, and I might have got that a little bit closer to the edge. You want to make sure you've got enough edging there. There we go. Got a nice crease. You want to make sure you've got enough of that coming off the side so that it's not getting caught up. Don't get too tight in there. So there we go. There's the one we did today with a little bit of added bling. And then here's the sample one that I did. So this one's with my blends. This is with my Stampin' Right markers. I think they're both cute. Do you have a favorite one? If you do, let me know down below. I hope that you will come back again and share some of your inspiration with me over on my Facebook group, Paper Stamp Inkers. I'd love to see you over there and see what you have been up to. Until we meet again, make sure you grab your paper, stamp, and ink and do something creative.